Hey, what's going on? My name is Isaac Dana. I know this is a very random video, but I run a company where we generate leads for dumpster rental companies and junk removal companies. So basically what that means is when you go to Google and you search for 30-yard dumpster, 20-yard dumpster, dumpster rental companies near me, junk removal companies near me, low boy dumpster, dumpster trailers near me, whatever it is, we make sure you're popping up above all your competition. And that's how we generate leads for your business. So the goal for us is to make sure that you have no more dumpsters to rent out and they're always rented out. All right. So I'm just going to remove my fat head from here. If you're interested in this, and if something about this video piques your interest at all you got to do is reply to me or schedule a call. You can shoot me a text. The number's in there in the email. So all you got to do is schedule a call with me. You can ask me all the questions you want, and hopefully we can work together like this. So if you're already running Google Ads, no problem. We can actually go into your ad account on a read-only access, and we'll only be able to see what you've got going on, and maybe we can fix something. So if you're already running Google Ads and you're not really happy with the results, don't worry about it. We can fix that, and you will be very happy with the results. If you're not familiar with Google Ads or how it works, well, this is a very valuable and informative video for you to watch. So anyways, once again, I'll move my fat head and we'll get straight to it. So this is how Google works. So I'm going to go to Google right now and find some random, this is just very random. Okay. So we see that a lot of people, we have a lot of companies in Florida that have dumpsters to rent out. Right. So we're just going to go with either like Tampa or Orlando or Lakeland in here. So what we're going to do is we're going to just kind of pick a town, and then we're going to go to Google on the back end of Google Ads and see who's popping up, what the competitors are in that area. Maybe we'll do, let's do West Palm Beach, because West Palm Beach could serve all down this town here. So let's do West Palm Beach. So we're going to go back in here and let's do a 30-yard dumpster rental in West Palm Beach, Florida. And this is what is happening live right now. You see that there is Been There, Dumped That. I think that's a franchise. Trash Help. You've got Owens. If one of these companies is you, awesome. You're popping up right at the top here for 30-yard dumpster. If you're not popping up at the top here, right? Well, that's a problem if you live in these areas. But basically what we do is usually there's an ad that shows up right here. Okay. So if we were to do dumpster rental companies near me in the same area. Okay. There's no ad that pops up there. All of these are organic, and you're never going to beat one of these huge companies. WM, I'm sure you know them, Budget Dumpster, dumpsters.com. You've got Yelp. It's very hard to beat these people. So what you do is you want to put an ad right here. So for some reason, this is a very bad example of how this is working. So let's do junk removal company and see what pops up. There might just be nobody running ads in this area, so I can't really show you. Here we go. Okay, so now we've got the ad here. Boom. So you've got Junk Boss there. You've got Google here, which is actually another person's company. Okay, so this company right here, South Florida Junk Removal, is probably the name of the company, but First Choice Junk Removal offers reliable. So that's actually probably the name of the company. But you see how it says Google here? They're actually messing that up, right? This says Google/my business. They're messing that up. Which one? Both of these can't be Google, right? These have to be two different companies. So what are the companies' names? We don't know, right? So these two companies right here are running poor ads right here. They can't control what they're popping up for. And if we scroll down more, this person actually has a name. So Chase After Info, Junk Removal Services. And then you scroll down here and you've got a couple more businesses here. Now let's do, let's find a different place. Let's go to Orlando or something where there's actually more people typing stuff in so I can show you how this works. We're going to do 30-yard dumpster rental. And these are terms that people are actually typing in. Okay. So what you want to do is you want to make sure that you're popping up for these terms. Something like this. Another term you want to be popping up for is the word yard spelled out fully, right? And then what we do is we create ads So 30-yard dumpster rental. See how this one says 10, 15, 20, 30 yards? Well, the person's searching for 30 yards. So what we want to do is create an ad that has only 30 yards here. Why? Because, well, they need a 30-yard dumpster. They know what they're looking for. They don't need the 10, the 15, or the 20. So it's kind of useless to put that in there, right? Also, having a price in here is okay, but that price, we don't know if that's for a 30-yard dumpster. So the person's probably going to skip this ad. They might click it, but if there's not a 30-yard dumpster on the website, then they're not going to do anything with that, okay? This person is doing a little bit better here. They have 30-yard dumpster rental, and notice how there's no price in here. It also says what else they carry down here, which is cool. That's all right, but the headline here says that, okay? Now, another tip would be none of these companies, not a single one of these companies, have Orlando in here, okay? So what you would do is you'd want to write 30-yard dumpster in Orlando. Why? Because somebody's looking up right here. You can see over here, we got 30-yard dumpster in Orlando, right? So wouldn't you want that exact search query to make your ad pop up? So your company, the person already knows they want a 30-yard dumpster in Orlando. You should be popping up for that. If you're not popping up for that, right, that's a problem. So, and this goes for anywhere in the US, literally anywhere globally that you can have access to Google, right? When you want something, you go to Google to find the answer, right? You don't really go anywhere else. So you could do Angie's List, you could do Home Advisor, you could do Yelp, but what they do is they share all those leads. So what we do is we rank above them, okay? We know how to rank right here, and we're there about 70 to 85% of the time, right at the very top. That other 20 to 30%, Google actually has to give to the competitors that we're bidding against because it would be unfair, okay? But 70 to 80% of the time, we're right at the top, and we would boot these people down. So then you can see, like, it's cool if you're doing the organic thing. You know, SEO is really cool. I'm sure you've heard that trigger word a bunch of times. SEO this, SEO that, SEO this, right? That's cool. And it works to a certain extent, but you can see the highest you're going to get in SEO. The highest you're going to get in SEO is, you're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 slots down. And we can almost guarantee that you're not going to beat WM, you're not going to beat Budget Dumpster, and you're not going to beat Republic. So you're going to go 8, 9, 10, 11 slots down, right? And then this huge section here that is all about 30-yard dumpsters and how many tons does 30-yard dumpsters hold, all this kind of stuff. And then another section here. So if you're not on maps, right? If you're not on maps, which there's only 3 slots here, if you're not running your ads and there's only 3 or 4 slots up here, right? Then you're going to be very impossible to find, okay? Nearly impossible to find. And if your competitors are doing all this stuff, then that's a problem, okay? So I wanted to walk you through that. Now, another quick little tip here. I don't want to do a really crazy long video, but another quick tip here is, you have to have ads running for every single dumpster size, right? So let's say you have 10-yard dumpsters going in Orlando, right? Also, if you do junk removal services, right? You want junk removal ads running, okay? You would want ads here because the ads would pop up before that. And then you would, another quick tip is you could actually use your competitors' names in here, but that's a little bit, that's if you have a bigger budget. But that's a quick little tip as well. So you could use Junk Daddy junk removal. Let's try that, right? Right? So Junk Daddy junk removal, you could actually pop an ad up right here, right here before you even get to this person's site. Okay, it's really messed up, but it is what it is. So you could do that. That's a little sneak peek and a little preview of what we do for our clients there. So we look at all their competitors, and then we'll rank above the competitors and steal the clicks and steal the calls, right? The other thing is, whatever the service is, trash pickup, right? If you're doing trash pickup in Orlando, this one is a little bit riskier because it's not so narrow, okay? And usually, you see how this is orlando.gov? You know, usually there's a company that comes around and picks up the trash, and you could get, you know, that one's a little less clear on what the person wants. But if you could say, what's another one here? Couch removal, right? Couch removal. You're going to want to pop up for something like that, right? You're going to want to pop up for couch removal, and the ad itself should say couch removal right here, right? Got junk? Yeah, that's cool, but the ad should say junk removal here, okay? Whoops, I turned that to an arrow. The ad should say couch removal, junk removal, that sort of thing, all right? If you have low boy dumpsters, right? Obviously the size would be better. You'd have to have both of those. But you would want the ad to say low boy dumpster, right? And then here, you would also want low boy, right? Because not all roll-offs are low boys. So you want to make sure that you can do that, okay? And you want to make sure, here's something right here for you. Whoops. Low boy dumpster. Let's do dumpster rental, just to show a more accurate thing here. So you got 1, 2, 3. You fill it, we haul it. That's great, but it doesn't say anything about low boy. Affordable dumpster rentals doesn't say anything about low boy, right? None of these say anything about low boy. Nothing. Boom. And then this first one here, and then you have Las Vegas junk removal. Okay, this is a prime example of why SEO is okay, but doesn't actually work very well, okay? And why Google Ads is a much better option. This is Las Vegas junk removal. We're looking in Orlando, Florida. So why is Las Vegas junk removal popping up in Orlando, Florida for a low boy dumpster rental? Okay. So whoever has that company doing that company, and I find this all the time. There's people that mess these things up all the time. There's agencies, your agency that you're working with now probably messed this up. Okay. And we see it all the time. They don't go into the account. They're not managing it properly. And you're wasting a ton of money if you're going to do this. Okay. So let me just show you some proof of how this works and how we're doing this. All right. This is one of my clients here. This is the client right here, Express Moving and Junk. All right. Your website, here's a couple tips for the website. Your website should have all the things that you remove for junk removal, and the dumpster rental page. If you have multiple dumpsters, you should have a page for each dumpster size and break down what dumpster size holds what, and so on and so forth. Okay. And then it'll rank you better in SEO. It'll also help with Google Ads. Google Ads wants to see that you have all the information on the page. Okay. So make a note of this form right here. Make a note of this form right here, because this is how we get a lot of the leads. And if they didn't fill out this form, they're going to call this number. Google is the hottest place to get leads. Okay. There's nowhere else hotter to get leads. If you use Home Advisor or Angie's List, they are using Google Ads to collect the leads the same way we do for our clients. So Google doesn't like third parties getting in between them and the people that are spending the money. So basically, if we're ranking above Home Advisor and Angie's List, you can erase that out of your budget, spend the money with us, we'll manage it, we'll rank above them, and you'll never have to share another lead again. Okay. So just a quick little thing here. So this is the company here. You can see in June, from June 1st to June 30th, I'm going to run this thing here. These are the number of calls that we generated. This is live here, okay? These are the numbers of calls. You can see the source. It came from Google Ads. Look at this. 1, 2, 3, 4 calls in one day. 4 calls in one day on that day, okay? And we had some days, 4 calls. We had a couple slow days. 3 calls that day, 2 calls that day. If they weren't calling, then they were doing this, okay? They were filling out the email, and basically, you can see here, we send notifications to our customers, right? So every time somebody fills out that form, we want to make sure that our client gets a text message and an email. So this is what we send them. We say, hey, congratulations, meet your new lead. And basically what this is just a list of people. This is July. That's not even June. You can see 1, 2, 3 people that day, 2 people that day, 1, 2 people, 2 people. So on average, we're getting between 2 and 4 leads a day. All right. 2 and 4 leads a day. Now this is the number of calls, but let me give you a more accurate number. Some of those people might have called back a second time. So what we're going to do is we're going to change this to conversion type. Now this gets kind of geeky quick. Hold on here. First time conversions. Now what that means is the first interaction with the business came from Google Ads, right? So first time, and you can see down here, Google Ads, Google Ads, Google Ads, Google Ads, Google Ads. So, whoops. So June 30th, 30th. So 3 leads called that day. That might've been a spam one, but you could see these are fairly long phone calls, 4 minutes, 8 minutes, 1:30. They must have knew what they wanted really fast. 16 seconds. We can't really count that. That's probably like a missed call either from our client or maybe it was just an accidental click. We also have some discrepancy when somebody might fill out the form and then call, right? So we can't give you an exact number of leads, but you can see 55 calls. Let's just say 55 calls. And then on average, we're getting 1 email a day over time. Some days you have more than that, but on average. And this is what his contact list looked like all the way to August. Okay. And we just kept adding. Okay. So 279 people opted in. And then if we want to do the lifetime of this, let's do this year. It's going to die out over here because he's actually closed the business down. But you can see 438 first time conversions. Okay. Conversations. I'm sorry. I can't read. 438 people called the business for the first time. And you can see each one of these that's the Google Ads, and this is from the Google Ads extension. So this one here, they called directly from the ad without visiting the website. This one here, they visited the website and then called from the website, and we track all of that, okay? So if this interests you, I don't want to waste any more of your time. If something like this interests you, let me just pull this up again. Okay, if something like this interests you, all you got to do is hit me up. Send me an email, shoot me a text, whatever it is, we'll get you on the phone and a little bit more about what we do. We have a team of 5 people. If that team's busy, I shift to a different team. We have another team of 5 people, okay? And that's just growing. The more clients we have, the better we can serve you, the more programs and softwares we can have to help your business. So we're just very much in the zone right now, trying to help dumpster rental companies get as many leads as they possibly can and rent out those dumpsters. So an ideal customer for us, might not be somebody that has 1 or 2 dumpsters. We have a couple clients like that, but if you have several dumpsters, I'm talking like 20, 30, 80 dumpsters. We have one client that has 80 dumpsters. If you've got 80 dumpsters and they're not being rented out, that's a problem, right? It's a huge cost and an expense at that point. So basically we'll be able to help you rent all those out. Okay. If you've got 1 or 2 dumpsters, we could do that as well. But we're going to be sending so much traffic. I'm not kidding. You might not be ready to handle the amount of leads. For instance, one of our clients today, he only has 2 dumpsters and we sent him probably 6 leads today, got 2 jobs today. So 4 of those leads were almost a waste of money, right? So think about that a little bit as well. But if you are having problems with your website and you want a little bit of help with your website there, even if you want a video like this, where I can go in specifically for you. I'll go into your I'll go into your website. I'll check in your area who's popping up, what the competition's like, and help you pop up for certain things, show you what you should be using in your business. We could do that as well. All right. Again, my name is Isaac Dana. Thank you so much for watching this video, and I'll talk to you soon.